So in this video, we'll discuss how to create a new rubric. So you go into assessment and you click on rubric, and that brings us to this screen. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to give it a name. We're going to name it Writing Assessment Rubric. In terms of the rubric status, if you drop down the arrow, you could see you could have it as a draft, published, or archived. We're going to leave it as a draft for now just because we're not done with it. We may need further changes before we want to make it published. In regards to the rubric type, you can do an analytic or a holistic. Usually the preference is analytic, but once again that will vary by person that's creating it. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is look at the initial levels, number of levels that you would like to have. So we're just going to have 3 for this one, and then how many criteria, and we're going to have 7. Then you have a scoring method. You can do text only, and this would be kind of like above average, average, below average. You could do points, or you could do custom points. So with custom points, it basically means that you do not have to keep things equal across each level, so you could alter how many points you were going to designate across the different criteria. So we're just going to do points for now. And then you're just going to do save. And then we're going to actually go into the levels. And once again, there's our 7. And then across the top there are our 3 different levels that we have right now. And I'm going to say to edit criterion. And this is going to give me the 3 different levels. So I'm going to name the first one document organization, and then what you would basically do here is you would describe or give a name to each to meet each level what they would actually mean. So you could type them in or you could cut and paste. So to give you an example, here we have our 3 levels which we have not edited yet, but we have the description for the document organization, what each one would mean, and then we would do this for each one of our criteria. So now we have completed each of our criteria, given it a name, and then given it verbiage across the 3 levels. So what we want to do next is, if there is a need to do so, is we might want to edit the levels. So just to give you an example here, we might call level 3 exceeded expectations, and then we could give it a point value. So maybe this is 10 points, and then we would save that. And then you should see that it has now edited what we would like to see for that particular level. Okay, so now that we have edited our criteria and then we've edited our levels, we now have a rubric that looks pretty decent. So after you've completed the levels and criteria of your rubric, one thing is to make sure that you do publish it. If you do not, by chance, it will not be seen. So then we want to save that. And then there is our rubric, and it's showing us the type, our scoring method, and that it has been published. Now, if we want to make the association with the drop box that we have created in the previous video, then all we would need to do is to edit the appropriate box, and there you can see the actual writing assessment rubric we would like. So we just check that and add selected, and there it is now associated with that particular drop box. So I hope this video has made things a lot easier for you.